I'm out testing this microphone setup again. I adjusted it. The location is still close to my mouth, but we'll see. If it is too close, based on how it sounds and the possible distortion in it, we'll see if it's distorted. I don't think I've done 16 miles, and I don't think I ever connected the camera to the Bluetooth microphone. Back behind us, or to the side of us, is a restaurant called Gabriel's. They have the best desserts I've ever had. The German chocolate cake is the best I've ever had, without a doubt. So let's see how this goes. I just went down and went through the Marietta Square, but I have it on camera. I don't think I have it on my voice audio. So I'm headed a different way now. So heading back to the house. It's overcast now. It was sunny, mostly sunny when I left home. I'm taking a scenic, close this windshield, this face shield, taking a scenic route now back home. So if you missed any of the other video with my audio, we had some heavy winds and some tornadoes in the metro area. Traffic light was out, and I was saying how you have to be mindful when traffic lights are out. People may not notice them, because when it was my turn to go through a traffic light that was out, you treat it as a four-way stop, and two cars ran that traffic light. But I always pay attention. I don't go through traffic lights, even if it's green, without looking both ways. Either way, that's something I learned from my motorcycle safety foundation class. before I started riding motorcycles, and I use that also for when I'm driving a car, four-wheel vehicle. It doesn't matter. People run lights. People speed through lights right after they've changed red on their side. So never rush to be the first person to go through a traffic light. And I've seen a few electricians, power companies out doing the wire repairs to get power restored. So still testing the location of this microphone. Over to the left, it's the Kennesaw Mountain National Battlefield. That's one of the walking trails on it. And I believe it is it's part of the National Park Service. So see how we're doing. Another rider out riding today. Right now my thermometer on the motorcycle is showing 64 degrees Fahrenheit. When I left home it showed 58, but my thermometer at home was showing 61. So hopefully I get some good audio with this video footage. What do you guys think about the new electric vehicles, the Rivian? See one in front of me. This is the R1S. This is the SUV, not the pickup, which is the R1T for truck. This is the SUV version. I like the way they look. Simple design. I like kind of squared off shoulders on vehicles rather than swoopy designs. I think the squared off design lasts longer. It looks fresh longer than the swoopy vehicles, than the swoopy designs. And the Rivian name, as they say, took the name from the Indian River. So they just took the river, part of river, and part of Indian, and made a Rivian. It's an American manufacturer. It's an American company, I think it is. A lot of the startup electric vehicles, Tesla, Rivian, Lucid, are all American companies. I think Lucid is an American company also. There's some startup electric vehicle companies. But I do like the design. Looking both ways, the light is green. Still look both ways. I like the back roads driving on. I'm not in a rural area now, but this area still has some farmland. Close the shield and see how much of a difference that makes. Let's go towards more back roads off of the main street, just for the views. A little something different for some curves and turns. I can still see. Am I still charging? Yes, I think the phone is still charging. This particular one, have it mounted to a charger, or to a phone mount that also charges. You have to have it in the phone case that also accepts mounting to that particular device, though. But I like it. Have a charging cable in a compartment here, but it gets hot in there, especially in the summertime, and my Android Auto will disconnect from it when the phone gets hot. So I found a phone mount that will stay outside of that compartment, out in the open air, and getting wind blowing over it, so it won't overheat. So even in the summertime, even as hot air is blowing over it, something is blowing over it. So it's not in a compartment that doesn't get any airflow. So made a major difference. So now, rather than plugging into the USB cable to access my Android Auto, I have a Bluetooth device that's inside of it, connected to the USB cable, that sends the Bluetooth signal from the phone to the motorcycle to access the Android Auto, and it works much better, almost without fail, compared to the phone being in the case. For the phone being in the compartment with the USB cable. Let's see, let's try this road. Seems like I'm still getting a signal. And audio, I see I have a decibel level. Maybe if I have distortion, I can adjust my decibel level down from, seems to be at its highest point, which is, open this shield so I can see it. It's just 10 decibels, so, but regardless, this is the highest decibel level here, so if I don't need that high decibel in my audio, I'll figure it out once I go back and check the video from the camera, which I'm replacing. Video with the camera, I'm replacing the audio from the camera with the Bluetooth microphone I have mounted inside of my helmet. So I can do some kind of audio speaking over my video with audio rather than just riding and showing videos that have no audio to it, and just captions on the video. Hopefully these videos will be more enjoyable. So we shall see. Did you know, and I'm in the state of Georgia, according to Georgia law, only police officers that are not state police, so city and county police officers, cannot ticket you for driving less than 10 miles per hour over the speed limit in certain circumstances if the only way they recorded your speed, if they recorded your speed at all, is with the radar. The state police can stop you and ticket you with radar, but the others can't. So if you're less than 10 miles per hour above the speed limit with city, county, local law enforcement officers, it has to be either they either have to pace you because their speedometers are certified, meaning that they should be accurate. Police vehicles that are bought from manufacturers that provide police vehicles have to have their speedometers on those vehicles certified to be accurate. They can pace your speed if they get a chance to ride with you or behind you and see what speed you're driving based on their certified speedometers. Then they can ticket you, but other than that, they can't, except for the state police, which is the state patrol in the state of Georgia. And that's only in certain circumstances. They can do it in low speed areas. There are 3 of them. 2 of them I remember. Historical districts, they can do it with radar. Everybody can do it with radar. What's the other one? Residential areas, residential speed zones, which in Georgia is below 35 miles per hour. And I think it's school zones, I'm not sure. If you're going above, if they radar you or measure your speed with radar above 10 miles per hour above the speed limit, that's different. They can get you. That is not I'm not saying you should speed, I'm just saying you should know the law. In many different areas, you should know the law. Even more than law enforcement officers, be it to your benefit, but I'll say you should also never admit to anything to law enforcement or any government officials. You have a right not to checking my camera. You have a right not to admit to a crime or incriminate yourself, even though you may have committed a crime. You don't have to admit to law enforcement that you've in fact done something against the law in any area. So that's why you have a right to remain silent. So I said that while I was getting to a spot where I can change my camera position and view. not a lawyer. Get that out there. So, but neither are police officers, law enforcement. But we can all read the law and find that ourselves. So you don't have to be a lawyer to know the law and to know your rights. So there we are. So now I have audio playing into my helmet outside of my voice. I have my radio Bluetooth coming into my helmet on this device, which allows me to listen to the radio or get navigation directions. I can listen to music, Pandora, any music that I can connect through the communication device. Also on this device I can answer the phone because I have a separate microphone just for that device that I can speak to callers on a phone call if I decide to answer a phone while I'm riding. Also, it allows me to Bluetooth connect to other riders that have compatible devices when I do group rides or ride with friends. Two of the other guys I ride with, they also have devices mounted on their helmet, so we communicate with them. I communicate with them. We don't have to. It's not like a CB radio. You have to wait for someone to finish talking and then hold the button to talk yourself. You can all talk at the same time, which is not necessarily a good thing, but if we're in an area where we don't have navigation signal or signal to have navigation, someone knows where we're going and they could say turn here and turn there, or there's a danger in the road, point out a log or a tire, or just communicate while we're talking. It makes it more fun. A lot of joking around, and we're still paying attention to safe riding. Where do I want to go? I want to go this way. Going to the right. So I'm on my way back. I've got a football game playing in the radio right now through my helmet. And I guess I have to see when I get home whether it is sending any of this audio into this microphone also. It's the Cowboys game that's playing. So I'll see you when I see you.